Good morning and welcome to today's vlog. Okay, so today I'm up in Lancaster. So yeah, took about sort of 40-45 minutes this morning. So I was up fairly early this morning. Yeah, the next couple of days are going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of driving. Time's going to be massively pushed to the max because obviously I'm pretty much going to be driving 2 hours a day these next couple of days, pretty much. So yeah, this is obviously this channel is about trying to get the most out of the time you have. So yeah, I'm going to be pushed to the limit. Obviously today I think working 9 till 6, and then I'm going to go and train after work, and the same again tomorrow. And then I'll only working the 2 days this week. I'm off on my holidays from Wednesday onwards. I'm excited to bring you guys that. That's gonna be fun. But on to today, yeah. So shift today is unusual one. I'm working at Lancaster University. Yeah, it's a different one because on a typical sort of day, I'm dealing with people who are sort of over 60, whereas this one is predominantly going to be sort of my sort of age group. It's just going to offer a different dynamic. It's going to be different from what I'm going to be used to, which is, again, variety is something I crave. I don't like every day to be the same. And yeah, like I said, I'm already at a different place, so yeah, it'll be slightly different. Again, the fundamentals are staying the same, but yeah, different population I'm dealing with, different needs, different services I've got to obviously offer. So we'll just see how today gets on. I've never worked here before. I think it's Freshers Week, which does bring back some memories. That was literally the only time during uni I went out. If you know, you know. So yeah, let's just see how today goes. So yeah, it's sort of going to be a 13 or 14 hour day. But yeah, again, I like stuff. I like the driving side of aspects of locoming, and I like the variety that locoming gives me, and I like the flexibility. So yeah, let's just bring on today and see what happens, see how it is, and I'll catch you up with you guys later. Okay, so work done for another day. Yeah, the shift was fine. Driven back, but I've gone straight to the gym tonight, so I'm training a bit earlier, so hopefully it won't be too busy. I was pretty much driven sort of like an hour and 15, an hour and 20, and sometimes I get this when I've been at work, you do feel tired, but you've just got to graft the session out. So today I'm going to be doing a compound session, so focusing mainly on the core movements. I'm meant to be meeting a mate training with them, so we'll see how that pans out. I'll show you the session and see what we got up to. Again, got to keep the session to an hour, just over an hour, and obviously I'm up early again tomorrow, so can't afford to be tired. Keep it short so I can get everything I need to do in. And just enjoy it and have fun, I suppose. You don't want to be doing something you hate, and the split I obviously employ is absolutely fine, I don't mind it. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. Okay, so in the gym now we're doing a compound session. Nathan over there, he's doing a back session, so it's one of those times when unfortunately not training together, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, sometimes it's just good to train with someone, even if you're not doing the same thing, just to help motivate you. Sometimes you do need a spot, so having you around if I do need a spot on anything I'm doing is beneficial, and vice versa. Good morning. Okay, so the big coat's come out. Winter's set in. We're back to last night, so yeah, I didn't get to film much last night, which my phone died, so there was no vlogging available for me to be able to do. I'm up to Lancaster again today, so it's another long drive. I'm going to talk a bit later on about how I manage tiredness, aside from trying to get more sleep, which is sometimes impossible because of how early you've got to get up sometimes and how late I get home. It's tricky, but there are ways you can manage it. Okay, so day done today, standard stuff really. So now I've got to drive back and I'm training tonight. I think it's going to be a late day. But yeah, before I go, I want to just quickly talk about tiredness and trying to avoid it. I think the one thing I've noticed when I do these sort of longer trips where driving sort of over an hour and a half a day, tiredness does start to hit you. Not necessarily when I'm actually working, but it's more on the way home. And then when I'm obviously trying to put a session down later on, it can be difficult. But I suppose, how do I go about preventing that? For me, sleep is important. During the week it can be difficult to get sleep in. So what I tend to do is maybe sleep a bit longer during the weekend, get that extra couple of hours in, and then midweek obviously I'm a bit sleep deprived, but I'm fine. For me, I do like a sort of 8.5 hour guy, but midweek just cut it down to 7.5. Get yourself sort of in a sleep deficit and just make it up for the weekend. That sort of works for me. Difficult trying to get a routine as well, because obviously my shifts vary, the hours vary, so that is difficult. So trying to get into a sleep routine is difficult. So there's not much I can do there. Obviously the other issue is as well as that. The other issue as well is that I train quite late, and which can make life quite difficult, because obviously you still are awake, but there's not much I can do. It's practical. What can I do practical with the time I have? And unfortunately that's the only thing I can do, train late at night. Caffeine becomes your friend, annoyingly. So yeah, I got interrupted in a sense that for me, it does help. The evidence says it helps. It helps. For me, it does help stay awake. Ideally, I try and get through coffee, but I am partial to the occasional energy drink. I try and limit them to about 1 can sort of 4 days of the week. So I try and leave 3 days. I'm not relying on energy drinks, because again, everything's sort of in moderation. They're good once in a while. They're good 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week, I'd say. Any more, and I think you rely on them too much. Obviously, we know the dangerous effects if they are overused and you drink too many in one go. I don't really obviously want to go into that, but the negative effects are known and been well publicised. But if you're having them on an occasional basis, then yeah, it's a perfect way to get that stimulation, getting that concentration back, and helping just put at bay tiredness. It's going to catch up with me at some point, it will. The main thing is obviously to try and catch up with this sleep. Sleep is so important, you need it, but fundamentally long term, not getting enough sleep can lead to lack of sleep. It's been linked to dementia, it's linked to weight gain, can fluctuate blood sugar levels, and that's just 3 things I can think of off my top of my head. There are loads of others. So yeah, finished that bit about sleep and tiredness and caffeine and things like that. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually quite tired now. I've had a Red Bull tonight. It's a temporary solution like these, where using a Red Bull, using any drink, using caffeine, having a coffee, just helps me with the session I'm going to do. So yeah, time to just get on with it, get it done. Okay, so yeah, welcome sandwiches to the channel.
Hi everyone.
So I like training this guy because he gets the gym lifestyle and things like that. So he understands where I'm coming from in terms of trying to fit in a realistic plan around sort of a busy life. And I just want to ask him his thoughts on dealing with tiredness. Obviously, I've said my thoughts about energy drinks and caffeine and getting enough sleep. Is there any way you deal with it? Obviously, you're a gym goer as well. So what do you do when you're sleep deprived?
Yeah, no, it's good for people to know. I feel the best way to prevent being sleep deprived is having a good enough diet in the first place. I feel like when I've been eating a bit of junk, when I've been eating a bit more refined sugar and stuff like that, and empty calories, then I'm going to get more tired more easily. It's harder to motivate myself, and then I have less good sessions in the gym. But since I've been eating a bit more healthily, I don't really feel as tired as I would do. I do drink coffee, and I do like a pre-workout if I do need to pick me up. But at the same time, I don't know how much of that is mental as well. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. But I just want to specifically ask you, what's your opinion on energy drinks? Do you use energy drinks, and how often do you use them?
Energy drinks I don't use
at all.
I feel like no, not at all. I'll use a pre-workout,
yeah,
which is effectively the same, but I don't like having I don't like chemicals in a tin. I don't like the idea of putting that into my body, and at the same time I don't really need it. I can get what you need from elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay. It's just interesting to get a different opinion, because obviously I try and approach it from a pharmacy point of view, a health point of view, and I think energy drinks are good, but obviously it's good to get an opinion from someone who also lifts, but doesn't have as necessarily. He studied psychology at uni, so he does have a bit of a healthcare base, but maybe not as much as a healthcare base. So it's interesting to get that opinion. Maybe that will change. Obviously, you're in the process of moving from a student to an adult, but a student to a full-time worker. So maybe that will change. Yeah. I know for me, I obviously you know how much I rely on them and things like that. Overboard.
I know a lot of people do, and I think the thing with it is if that helps you get through a tough session, then I think if that's going to help, then go for it, because it's better to have that energy drink in your body and then to work really hard than to half-arse sit in the gym because you're tired. And like for me, I do think that like taking pre-workouts and energy drinks are pretty much the same thing, but I like seeing that I've put 400 mils of water in there. I know that I'm actually getting some
fluid in there,
some actual water in there rather than just mass-produced chemicals.
So yeah, two different. So obviously, we both gym, we both lift, we have a similar sort of training plan in terms of bodybuilding, but we're getting two pretty much different opinions. So I don't think there is a right or wrong answer. It's sort of do what you think's best, but don't go overboard with energy drinks. Obviously, the health risks are there, but the positives are there as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Right, let's go and train.
Session done for tonight. Just a leg day. He was doing legs as well.
Yeah.
We're doing different things, so we didn't really train together. We chatted a bit as per usual. I didn't film anything, didn't have time, just need to get through it. Yeah, gonna end this vlog here. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow him on Instagram as well. He's gonna be dropping.
Oh, you don't have to do that. No, please do. I need followers. Thank you.
He's about to start a blog, which I've read a few bits and it looks really, really good. So yeah, follow him. What's your Instagram?
It will be Sam_Richards, something along those lines.
Mate, he's selling it there.
I mean, Sachin's going to tag me in his promotional Instagram post, and this is probably going to get seen by millions of people. So I'm expecting many followers soon.
He said it himself. So yeah, he's watched the blog. That's what I have to say in this vlog. Thank you for watching. I hope you like our sort of caffeine discussion. Let me know what you thought and everything else we discussed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vlog.